Yo, what's up? I had the worst week. I was sick as a duck. Oh boy, sick as a duck. Yeah, I meant to stream like last Monday, and just got worse and worse and worse. I started getting sick on like last Friday, and just continued to get worse until like Wednesday, and yeah, it's been rough. But I'm feeling good now, more or less. And I got Maiden hooked up with direct video and audio capture, so that's cool. And I gave it a quick little wax, and yeah. Seems like everything's all right with it. All right, so I haven't played this in a while actually. I'm gonna probably take some time, just warm up on it. Maybe go over some of the rules and strategies that I like to use on this game, and hopefully have some decent luck on progressing through my eddies and getting through all 4 of those. I've never actually done that. I always struggle with collecting the mummy eddy on top of everything else. So I guess let's just take a minute to go over some of the basic stuff. You have your modes down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 minutes to midnight you get once you, I don't know, on the current settings I don't think you actually have to complete the mode, you just have to do. But that's still a challenge in and of itself. And doing that will get you 2 minutes to midnight multi-ball, which will give you your soldier eddy, I believe it is. That's the furthest one to the right here. And then you have your power pops, power targets, power spinners, power orbits, power ramp, and question mark at the top. That's going to give you, when you completed all of those, that's going to give you, sound is messed up. Okay, give me a second, please. Thank you. Okay, I know what that is, Neil. Sorry, I'll just start up the game. What that is the direct audio capture. I forgot to adjust the noise gate on it, so when the game stops, it's going to do that. Once it starts,
select your soundtrack.
It's gone. So basically what it is with direct audio capture, you get an issue when the games are on. I think it's a mix of like the fan noises and stuff. Yeah. And hi. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so bring that down a touch. So basically what we're doing is we're doing soldier eddy from your mode, cyborg eddy from your power pyramid. I'm using the I don't have the thing handy. I think it's the pin pack 4 that I'm using. Let me just double check. Pretty sure that's what it is. The Pinovator's pin pack 4. I think it's what it is. And it works pretty good. I like having the separate controls for the direct audio from the headphone out of it and being able to mute. So right now I have the speaker muted here, but you're still hearing it. So that's a pretty cool feature. I've actually never seen or used the Stern one. I think they're probably pretty much the same. They all kind of function the same from what I can tell. But I did like that this one had kind of everything that I wanted. So yeah, then we're gonna get Cyborg multi-ball. That'll give us our Cyborg eddy. That's the second one from the left here. Trooper multi-ball from your standard multi-ball up top there is going to give you Trooper eddy if you hit the super jackpot, obviously. Same thing with Cyborg multi-ball, hitting the super jackpot lets you collect that, and as well as Soldier eddy. Mummy multi-ball is so freaking difficult to complete. Maybe not so much on the pro, on the premium, which is what this is. It can be a little bit more difficult, I think, but I don't know. It's a really tough thing. You got a lot of shots you need to make specifically, and it's really not forgiving. You know, actually getting the mummy multi-ball is not difficult. It's just making those alternating ramp shots and captive ball hits collected. And then I believe, I can't remember exactly with mummy multi-ball if you need to hit a super jackpot collect thing after, you know, collecting all your mummy letters in mummy multi-ball, or if you just need to make that last letter and then that collects it. Either way, I would really like to get to that at some point. You know, I've completed all of these different things and collected all of these different eddies, and the best I've gotten is 3 of them. And oddly enough, the 3 of them that I had was the one time where I hadn't been progressing mode, so did not make it. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to be chasing for mainly. I like going for the power stuff, so I'm always going to be trying to hit as many different shots as I can, progressing through the modes as I go. So, without further ado, let me get this pumped up a little bit and adjust one thing. Alright. Yeah. So skill shots, I pretty much always just go for the standard one because in a good game it doesn't really matter. I mean, obviously the highest value one is going to be your outlane, if I can get it. Nope.
Shoot white arrows to summon Eddie.
And I like to clip those mummy shots as I pass the from the upper inner orbit there, loop orbit, whatever you want to call it. But first, I want to try and get some mode action going. Ah, for fuck's sakes. First game, don't worry about it. One thing that I really like about the premiums and the LEs is shooting that mode shot is so much nicer. Being able to just roll in there is great. Well, especially on like tournament settings where like the game's pretty steep and like unforgiving, that can be a really painful that can be a really painful thing to just try to get into a mode. Oh.
Mystery level 2.
Hey, it's almost 5 o'clock.
Oh wow. Wow, there is
5, 3.
Block is lit. Shoot the orbits.
It'd be nice if I could hit one shot in this mode.
And I actually believed you were a threat.
Yeah, we have a pro at our old league location, and at our current one we have a pro as well, and I like it. It's still good. There's certain things about it that are nicer. I mean, mummy multi-ball, starting mummy multi-ball with the center ramp shot instead of the or sorry, not starting it, but qualifying mummy multi-ball with that center ramp shot instead of the left ramp shot. That's like, it makes it so much easier to get into mummy multi-ball. But it's little things like that. There's not as much indication as to what to do and where to shoot for new players. Yeah, the ramps are really difficult, especially on, you know, steep playfield. Okay, so I need to try and hit my alternating ramps here to get at a ball. Go for the left one. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Nice. Ah. Okay, okay. So this sucks because I'm trapped up on the right and staging this one is really tough. I did it, but it's very tough. Ah. Damn.
That is lit.
Mystery level 1. 3 locked.
Okay, am I in Trooper and Mummy right now, or did it time me out of Mummy? I've actually never done this specific thing before. I think I'm still in Mummy. And I'm missing every shot. Wow. Wow. Just need to hit something. Come on. Having a real hard time getting control here. And I really don't want to lose. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't think I was. I don't know what. I think I've got an extra ball added into play right now. I don't think I should have 2 balls in play right now. We'll see, yeah. So at some point it kicked me out an extra ball, which it shouldn't have. But I think it was tied to the Mummy multi-ball. And me kicking out of there, that's a weird bug. I've never seen that happen before. Because yeah, normally you can't stack up stuff like that. Oh yeah, the Adaball probably did it, yeah. I mean, so that kind of a score, 62 million. If I was at League, yeah, it's probably hacked. If I was at League or in a tournament, I'd probably be fine with that kind of a score. But it ain't good enough for me.
Welcome, warrior.
I don't know. Is there a magnet in this game? I don't think there's a. Is there? There could still be magnetism though. Actually, no. I wonder if maybe what that came from wasn't the Adaball, but the actual Mummy ball. If one got stuck in there into the actual physical capture, maybe that's where it messed up. I don't know. Oh, is it? So secret. My favorite's when they turn that off at tournament play and people just drain.
Spell mummy to open
You get the skill shot, but you don't get a ball save.
Let's go. Watch out.
Thought that was coming back. I like messing around with those loops at the top, but it's so dangerous sometimes. Wow, give me another ball save. I didn't think that was happening. It's so dangerous though sometimes.
Summon Eddie to light battle.
It's just satisfying when you get those loops up top going. Oh, love it. Thankfully,
Is lit. Shoot the
thankfully my auto plunge is actually staying on mark today.
shoot of the middle.
Don't you dare. No, I mean, I'll probably get Rick and Morty in like July. I mean, I've got an early number in the build, but it ain't that early. I wish it was. I am trying to remember because they changed things from like the order number. I want to say I'm like 239 or something like that. was my actual like build number. Which pissed me off because my order number was like 49. Oh well. I'm just happy to play it after watching the Dead Flip stream and the Adult Swim stream and stuff. It just looks great. It's funny because some people are like, "Oh, it looks so clanky and whatever," and like I honestly watching it, I was like stoked. Like it looks great. And I don't think I've seen a game with a better sound package in it. Like you got great tunes, great callouts, like it's a full deal. It's rare to get that in pinball. And I mean, for me, like sound is such a big part of it that like I think that's like. Let's say the gameplay isn't like the shot map itself. Let's just say that it is a sort of like kind of clunky or stop and go game. There's so much about it that that like outweighs those little issues that I'm like, whatever. Am I super lit? Oh my god. I just need to get some center shots. Jesus! I didn't intentionally collect that, but I collected it. We'll call it good. So yeah, Spooky definitely has the money to make it great now, and it really helped they sold out day one. That's a really good thing for them. Oh, come on. I think it's one of those games, though, that regardless of whether or not they got a bunch of people buying early on, it would still be good. Oh, fuck. I gotta use both of my tilts earlier. I think it would still be good enough. They're established enough as a company that it would take a bit longer for them to build things. Maybe they couldn't buy so much stuff outright, but they'd still get it done and do a good job. One of my little torches on the, I'm gonna see if I can show you this. Oh, I can't because this camera's not on. I can only do 3 cameras right now, and one of the cameras is the actual screen. So I need to either buy another cam link or upgrade my whole capture card, but I want to have 4 cameras. I'm just still trying to figure out where I could put that 4th camera. I think it would be like right there, and just make the chat a little shorter in the side there. The only reason I have the chat in there anyways is for like posterity on YouTube or whatever. Let's mix it up. Let's do oh yeah. I want to get into Mummy multi-ball, so I think I'm going to shoot up there, get that going. Ah! Oh no! It's close. Come on, get up there. No! close. It's close. Collected one of them anyways. But yeah, Spooky's an interesting company because when I first saw America's Most Haunted, their first game, I was like, what a piece of shit. Like I was not a fan of it at all. I thought the callouts and sound and stuff were not great. I thought the shot map was kind of a little bit dull. Thought just everything about the package was kind of like, okay, it seemed very homebrew. And every single game they've put out since then, I've been more excited about. Except for maybe TNA still outweighed Alice Cooper, but Alice Cooper was a good-looking game, and I think it's all right. It's not one I wanted to own, but when I see one, I like to play it. We have one at our league location, but unfortunately, it's not in our league bank. It's in the lower part of the building.
Shoot the orbits!
Whoa. Just wanted some coffee there. Alright. So I think I'm gonna start blocking balls here before I get into this mode, even though that's probably not the greatest plan, but I like to get at least a couple balls locked in things before I start, chasing things. One thing that I will say about this game is the way they designed the switch for the mummy captive ball hit there is really, really like, it either never registers or it registers on everything. It is the hardest switch to get adjusted completely right. It's like one of my few complaints. Thank you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've seen a few people talk about doing that, and it's on my list of things to do. But with more than one machine, it definitely that list just keeps getting bigger and not shrinking. Oh, come on! That was coming back. It's got to be a pretty quick swap to do that, though, hey? And did you just do? Because there's two switches in there, isn't there? Yeah. Oh, really? I never heard that. I just heard people were doing it because it makes them more reliable. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know why they would have designed it the way they did, or not even designed. I don't know why they would have built it the way they did. Those switches are unreliable. They're hard to adjust. They're just. Oh, come on. I need to get that orb shot on the side. I think that's an Add-a-ball with this one. So I'm hitting a lot of shots without an Add-a-ball, so. Ah, there it is. Come on. Nice. think Aces High is probably my favorite mode in the game. Rime of the Ancient Mariner is pretty good too. Come on. Yeah, they definitely cheap code. But Stern, right? What? Oh, that was a brutal drain. Yeah, Fear of the Dark's good. Oh, I got a lot of bonus on that. Alright, power spinners and ramps. I don't have a lot of ramps left. I might as well shoot for some ramps. Wow. Didn't think I was getting that one back. Yeah, I'm like 90% over this cold, but there's still just a little bit remaining. And I'm hoping tomorrow I'll wake up and just feel like perfect. That's like the best feeling after you've been like sick and like you wake up and you're just like, finally, everything's good again. Alright, come on. Maybe, you know what, I'm gonna go for that mummy shot so that my left shot. Yeah, buddy. Counts for both. I love how this game lets me kind of double things up like that, and I think that's one of the things that really feels sort of missing from the pro version.
Mystery level 1.
Oh, count. Come on. Oh no. Right, 2 more ramps. I think I'm gonna not worry about those and try to get my lock on the right. Yeah. Yeah. And do I have another lock lit? No, I don't. Ah, come on. That one never happened. Not that often anyways. Usually the ball's moving too quick to get hung up there. I'm gonna let it do its ball search because I don't remember if I did any... Do I have any warnings at all? There should always be on screen the scores and how many tilt warnings you have. Always. I don't even know where it says it in here. I don't even know if it does. Boink. Oh, that did count. I didn't think it was gonna register. It's gonna have to go into this. Where is that? I have no idea where this other ball is. Oh, it got caught. There it goes. Come on. And I got the extra ball, nice. And I'm... Oh, come on, get up that ramp. Woo. That right ramp is so unforgiving, and it doesn't look like it should be unforgiving. No! So I want to get my locks going here so I can get into Trooper multi-ball again. But being that I only have one ramp to go, I'm going to go for that. Ah. What other games do I have? I have next to this Black Knight, Sword of Rage LE, Judge Dredd, and Total Nuclear Annihilation, and then downstairs I have the Hobbit LE. There we go. Finally. And then Rick and Morty coming. Just sold a Flash Gordon. I had Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones Premium, Star Trek LE. Walking Dead LE, Simpsons Pinball Party, Tales of the Arabian Nights. I don't know where this one's stuck now. Getting a lot of stuck balls today. Oh, I see where it was. It went up the ramp, but it didn't actually come all the way around. Yeah, Flash Gordon's epic. There we go. I think it's a oh shit. I think it's a very difficult game.
Shoot again!
So, 10 orbits. 10 orbits, that's what I'm all about. Yeah, I like a good difficult game. Yeah, that was part of what appealed to me with Black Knight. Alright, so I guess we'll go that orbit.
The underworld.
Go for that orbit again. Go right orbit. Nope. Might as well get into a mode here. Oop.
X completed. Fear of the dark.
Fear of the dark. That is such a hard loop to hit. That ramp. Oh. 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 My bones. Rough stuff. So, 2 modes and like 7 orbits. Let's do this. I never do this one. So, let's try to sweep them drops. That would do it.
Lock is lit.
We'll get into our multi-ball and hopefully actually collect an Eddie this time. Meow, 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 meow.
Begin the charge!
didn't have super activated yet.
Super jackpot.
I'd like to. Ah.
Mystery level 1.
Oh, so close. Okay, so what I want to do here is shoot up the middle and have it come around to the left and then take that left shot. I can sometimes, if I'm really, really accurate, hit that super from the left flipper, but it is really difficult and it usually doesn't register because it rattles too much. That's not the center shot I wanted, nor was that. There it was. Nice. How many orbits do I need? 5 orbits. So I want to be hitting orbits right now. Oh no! It was so close! Ah, shit. Still, that's pretty good. They always end like that. You never get a game where you're like, oh, just lost one ball. No, they always go all at the same time. Ugh.
Welcome to my world. Under glass.
Oh. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I'd still get it. I don't know if it's gonna cancel it out there. It did. Well, let's just start crushing them modes. We were pretty close to Soldier last time. Might as well push a little harder for it. I mean, most of the other stuff in this game just happens. It's all about knowing what to do when you get there, but some of them are just hard. I don't think there's an easy way. Oh no, I didn't. Can you link that in chat for me, Neil? Oh, brutal. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get one. Are they still staying firm on that 400 for the price? Or did they pull a Star Wars and make it like 900 bucks? It's a pretty cool topper from the previous stuff I've seen, but I imagine it's probably, they're probably showing it off a little bit better now than that, what was it? Where did they show it at? Was it like Northwest or something? Texas, maybe? That was a while back.
The underworld. Fear of the dark.
Yeah, I mean, 400 US is like, it's a lot for a topper, but I'm also kind of on the fence because, so, with Game of Thrones, I bought the topper for that when I had it, and you can still get it now direct from Stern. And you can probably find them used for much cheaper, so I don't know. I love Black Knight though too, and I'm like, I think it's a really cool topper. Interactive toppers that are actually like offering something is pretty good. All right, let's see if I can get the power spinner on the left here. Yeah.
Light 'em up.
Try to get some control. I think they should boost the amount of points you get from that, even on tier 1.
You don't have much time.
It's a tricky set of shots to make, and like, most people never go for it, and mainly because it's not worth that much. I mean, 19 million out of Fear of the Dark is like pretty decent, I guess, if you're in like tournament setting, but like, that's not enough. You gotta pump those rookie numbers up, Stern. Oh! You know, another thing that I think would have been cool to add into this game, and really into any modern game, is the idea if you're gonna have things like power orbits, power ramps, power spinners, whatever, you should have power combos, where combos are worth that much more. Especially in like a lot of games like where flow is such a great where flow is such a big part of the gameplay appeal. It should be a part of the scoring too, you know? Like if somebody can sit there and they can alternate ramps and center shots and stuff and stack up unique combos in a game like this, they should be getting rewarded for that because it's hard. Jamcat, thank you for the follow. You know what? Star Trek is one of the few games that I kind of regret selling, but kind of not. I don't know. Like, it's such a fun game to play. It's so straightforward. You just step up to it. There's not a lot to understand. You just play it. And that's great about it, but it's also like, I don't know, if I'm playing a game like that, like Tron is also great, and I had a Tron too. My Tron was a circuit. Yeah, you can't own them all. Honestly, if I had the space, I probably never would have sold any pins, and it's like, that's how you get into the place when you get these guys who have like 40, 50, you're from Australia, aren't you? No, you're from Britain or something. Either way, there's a guy in Australia that has like, Rotor Dave, he has like 120 pins or something like that. I think some of those are like location pins and stuff, but still like, to manage the like fixing and modifying and making awesome of that many pins is too much, you know? It's like, I got like 5 pins, usually I'm like 4, but like, it's a lot of work to keep 4 pins running, let alone that many. It's crazy. How many modes did I have there? 4? 3? I think I was on my 4th mode.
Good shot.
See, I like the idea of once I say something, I always jinx that loop. Yeah. See, and that's how you have to do it. You have to have like, these are the things wrong with these machines, and you get to them when you get to them. For me, I'm a little bit of a,
White arrows to summon Eddie.
I don't know what the term is to describe it, but I'm like, I like focused, singular work, where I'm like, okay, I'm working on Maiden, and I make Maiden perfect. But to fix one thing on Maiden, and then fix one thing on Judge Dredd, and one thing on Black Knight, that's kind of a little bit harder for me. I like to just sink in like all my time and dedicate to one thing till it's perfect, and then be like, okay, that one's done. But with pinball, repairs are never done. So the idea of done isn't really a real thing. Also, how's it going, Joe?
To open the queue.
will. How many ramps am I at here? I feel like I've been hitting ramps for days here, and I haven't. Thought I could recover that one, but nope. Silly goose. It is so hard to be consistent with that left outlane super skill shot.
2x completed.
Watch out! When the praise comes to raid me the last,
Oh.
some sort of error to stop the surmounting terror. Is it really the end of some crazy
Fear of the dark.
I'm also curious. So, is Stern's doing that? Was it like a rethemed home edition of Spider-Man that they're doing heavy metal or something like that? Is that actually a thing? I was reading that the other day and I was like, is this real or is this just Pinside being Pinside? But after they do that, if they do TMNT, I would really like to see what a modern take on Ninja Turtles is while using like retro assets. Like if they make an 80s Ninja Turtles, that's pretty cool. That could be a pretty cool game. But I don't know who's rumored to be working on it, and unless it's got bang out code and is like an actually like really great game from a gameplay standpoint, I don't know how big of a seller that's gonna be. See, and that to me that's a big shame. Like the very first live action movie was like so good. Like as an adult, it's still a good movie. So brave. I don't know. Stern sometimes makes these missteps that I just don't get. Like, so like, if I was them doing TMNT, what I would do is say, okay, the Pro is going to be cartoon, the Premium is going to be the themed, like the art and theme is going to be the first live action movie, and the LE is going to be like, I don't know, like a collection of it all or something like that. That would be cool. That's a cool approach to doing things. Like it's like the Star Wars, the new artwork version or whatever they're doing, comic artwork. If they just did that originally and were like, yo, the Pro is movie, the Premium is comic artwork, and the LE is like a unique mix or something, that'd be cool. They don't do enough stuff like that, and I get because like licensing purposes, it's a big job for a company putting out, 4 different titles a year, but still. You think the first live action movie's terrible, Neil? Oh, come on, you gotta rewatch it. It's full of great stuff. There's like, it's heavily quotable. I think that's what I like about it. Not like the goofy stuff, like the, I think what I like the most about it is like the aesthetic of it. It's kind of like grimy 80s, like Taxi Driver-ish kind of look to it. Like it's not nice looking New York. And then, you've got like this kind of goofy concept in there, but it takes it completely seriously. And that's always awesome, like you're taking something that on paper should just be so stupid and ridiculous and making it kind of like completely like a serious thing, like, oh yeah, this is what happened. I've always liked that in movies, like especially like fantasy stuff, like. But can you imagine how different Lord of the Rings would have been if it was like The Hobbit? Like, all the goofy shit in The Hobbit, like the barrel stuff down the river and all that, like, oh no, here we go! If Lord of the Rings was like that, it never would have been a global sensation. Like, part of why it works is because everybody just commits to it, like, yeah. It's like elves and dwarves and all that stuff. Fully on board.
Ready to light battle. Level 2.
Come on. Let me get that ball on the flipper. There we go.
Of Icarus.
Holy shit. That's one of the hardest things I think about this game and any game that has that really long return from it. So like, Walking Dead not so much, but kind of. But any of those games where you get that long return to the flipper, it's tough because it's hard to read whether or not it's gonna dead flip, whether or not you can like, you know, just let it bounce onto your flipper, or whether or not you have to do a sort of like catch. And catches are really tough. That's something that I like. I'll occasionally do it, but it's not because I was like actively trying to do that. I was just able to time it right. I don't know. I think you gotta be like Bowen level of technique to be able to consistently do catches like that. Which power was that? Huh? I didn't actually have a power feature. That's one thing that I've never understood on this game. When you collect the power jackpot, the power jackpot's like not really tied to the actual power stuff. It kind of is, but I think that should just be not in the game. It just adds a confusing element to things that you don't really need. Come on. I was gonna have to tilt to save that anyways. By the way, is the sound balance between game and me alright? I didn't actually take the time to check that. See, touch higher on me or a touch higher on the game?
The underworld.
Okay, I can do that
Hallowed be thy name.
after this ball. It's gonna be that quick. Alright, let's try that. Just let me know if it's crackly or anything like that.
Welcome to my world. Underglass.
Alright, come on. I'm so... every time I was too soft. Also, I think that should have been a secret skill shot. Doing a soft plunge, getting it onto your left flipper, or right, I guess, and hitting the orb shot without hitting any other switches first. I think that'd be a pretty good skill shot. Though I'm kind of the opinion with skill shots that, like, whatever. Pick whichever. Sometimes on a game they make a really big difference, but most of the time I'm just like, I'll take the quickest one, the safest one. I thought that was gonna hit the edge of the flipper. Just as I planned. try and let that upper right flipper off. Oh no. Nope. Nope. Oh. That's always it's always a tough one too when the ball's returning that fast. Ah.
Watch out!
I have a hard time. That's one of the things I always struggle with in terms of like keeping track of things on the game. When I'm looking to catch something down here and something's coming around fast, I almost always lose the second one. Okay, left out lane. Nope, not even close. Nope. Nice. At least I got it over there. That's all I care about.
Watch out!
Feel my power.
Feel my power. I hate when I accidentally restart the song.
The underworld.
Oh.
Fear of the dark. Super multi-ball.
The charge begins!
I don't know where that other ball went. There it is. Oh, so close.
Activated.
Wow, okay. That one definitely is not coming unstuck. Well, maybe it will. I'm actually kind of curious if it will. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is stuck right at the very top where the sarcophagus lock is. Is it gonna go into ball search? I don't think it will.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now it will. Oh wow. Came out real quick. I figured it was gonna take a little bit of time. Nope.
Extra ball.
Love the animations on this game. I'm actually pretty close. I'm on ball 3, but I did get an extra ball, so I really want to be trying to get that power pyramid. I'm close. Seven ramps, 6 orbits. Let's get into a battle here.
Hallowed be thy name.
Praise be to extra ball.
Shoot again!
so secret. Oh, give it to me, give it to me. Nice. 6 ramps, 4 orbits. I don't know why I even bother shooting for that. Alright, settle down, game. I'm gonna go right up there. That's where I want it to be. And into the battle.
Of Icarus.
So I should probably try and get Mummy Multi-Ball. It gave me, yeah, that was bullshit. It gave me some fake switch hits there. I really don't like getting them that way. Thank you for the follow, numbers.
You don't have much time.
5, 4, 3,
Ah.
2.
That wrapped up nicely.
3 ramps, 2 orbits. However, I'm on my last mode too, so let's just try to hit those shots, which is ramps. Fuck. We'll get him. Get him. Whoa. I'm in full-on panic mode here. 2 ramps left. Got the revive, we're okay. No! No! Oh my god, I was so close. It's okay, I still didn't actually get, I didn't get Trooper Ready during that, so that one wasn't really a huge run anyways. Would have been nice to get into Cyborg though. I like Cyborg Multi-Ball. And I mean, I was right there for 2 minutes to midnight. We'll get it. We'll get it. Like I said, I haven't played this in a while, so I'm kind of still warming up. Yes, 800957. Thank you for the follow.
Is eager to meet you.
Come on, skill shot. Super, super secret.
Let's go.
Nope. I ain't gonna try and save some bullshit like that.
Spell Mummy to open the tomb. Lock is lit.
Shoot the orbits. That orbit is opening. Shoot the left ramp. Shoot
Almost had it. Almost had it. Oh no! What a fumble. What a fumble!
Ball 1 locked. Mystery level 1. Watch out!
I'm a wall that has gone very wrong.
The underworld.
Ramps are always going to be the hardest one to hit. So if I'm targeting a specific shot, it's almost always going to be ramps.
Ball 2 locked. Watch out!
Just a little save. Had to go for it. Had to make them moves. It's alright. As is tradition, I will do it all on ball 3. As is customary.
Be thy name. Shoot the captive ball.
Wow, that was lucky.
Spins completed. Super multi-ball.
Begin the charge!
Ah, I always miss that top little shot there. Ah, right there. That super jackpot up at the top is really tricky to hit.
Mystery level 1.
Wow! Ah. Like this, if you drain all your balls every time and don't get the extra ball. Which I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I mean, I'd like to think that I got it, but maybe not. Definitely not. Alright. That was not a great start on that
Select
game.
your song.
Super secret skill.
Spell mummy to open the tomb.
Shoot the left round.
Watch out!
Well done.
prime the pump. Get everything all set up. I got one more target to hit to light my logs. And then that'll be set up. So I'd like to do that right. Nope. I keep reading that bank shot really, really wrong.
Truly believed you were a threat.
The left out lane when it starts, the right too, but when the ball starts rattling around in there, you really just have no idea how to even recover from it. Because sometimes nudging it is enough to just make it skip that spot it was gonna bounce and end up somewhere you don't want it to go. Oh, no. Alright, let's get those drops. Nope. There we go.
Lock is lit.
Shoot the orbits.
The underworld. Spinners completed. Super multi-ball.
Alright,
Begin the charge.
try and... That's what I wanted. Yeah. Too much going on, I can't get that. Ah, there it is. Nice. Alright, so we got Trooper collected. And boat ball string. It's okay. I like to collect Trooper because if I end up getting a good run on everything else, it's the last thing I want to worry about because it's so easy. Alright, let's try and get into Mummy Multi-Ball.
Active ball.
Ball to break the bars.
Ah! Woo! Oh, I can't believe that one didn't register. No! No! I need a good ball one. That's what I need. Ball 3's nice, but ball 1's nicer. One thing I love about this game, for me anyways, and I'm sure for a lot of people, if you're a much better player, you could, you know, increase the difficulty of it. But I love that on a decent game, I'm close on things. Like, I've actually made progress. I feel like, damn, one more. I'm almost there. Random Hero, welcome. How's it going? But yeah, that feeling of getting, like, close and, like, you don't feel like you just completely suck is good. It's top notch. What kind of ball control skills are those?
Give me the sense of wonder. Give me the sense to shake this fucking machine.
Your soul
Sorry.
is mine.
I like to do that at home because it's frowned upon in tournament play.
Spell Eddie to light battle.
My my running joke at league and in tournaments is if a game's no good, you just flip it over. Just pick it up, flip it over.
Shoot up the middle.
Every time I play AC/DC, I want to flip that thing over. The fishtails we have on location is like super nice and like super clean and everything, but I want to tip that thing over. F14 absolutely tipped over. Tap. And I go end over end. You don't tip it sideways. That's cruel to the other machine. Sometimes you'll get a bank of machines, the whole bank's no good. Then it's justified to do a domino, but usually you just go end over end, get it right over. Wow, I'm playing like ass.
Power spinners.
Nope. There we go. I like that bank shot too. That one's one that always satisfying to sweep the targets and then start a mode. Can't do that on a pro. Mm-mm. Take that, pro users.
Ball 3 locked.
Okay. I think I'm gonna try and take this trooper multi-ball a little slower if I can. Get a little bit more control. Just because I never do that in trooper multi-ball. Can't believe I got that jackpot. That's cool.
You don't have much
I'm
time.
gonna let that go and that upper beautiful, beautiful. Usually you gotta pay extra for that kind of service. Shit. Damn it.
Mystery level 1.
Yeah. I just, I think with a game like Maiden, the premium and the LE are what the game was meant to be, and the Pro is a stripped down version, whereas a lot of games you get like, the Pro is like, it's good, it's fine, and then they added some stuff. This, it feels like from a gameplay standpoint, there's a lot of things that like, this is how it should be played in my mind. Like, starting Mummy Ball off the left ramp and going into the sarcophagus, it makes sense. Starting it off the middle, you're like, huh? It's just like you're sharing lights between things. You don't actually know exactly what something's for when you first start playing. Whereas on this game, like on the premium and the LE, it makes a lot of sense why you're shooting where you're shooting. Like for example, like Aces High, you've got a plane on this ramp. That makes sense that if you're shooting planes, you're gonna shoot there. Obviously, they're everywhere in that mode, but like, still, it makes sense. Like things are logical. Whereas like, sometimes you play a pro and like, you're like, this is as good as it needs to be. Like there's nothing nothing different about it. Black Knight's another good example of like premium in the LE is kind of the way it's meant to be played. It seems really, really empty without the upper playfield. And I know there's lots of people who don't like upper playfields, and that's fine, but that's why they don't like the Pro so much, because they're like, well, nothing to do, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, it's a stripped down game, right? Yeah, and mode starts under the ramp. I was talking about that earlier. I like not needing to make a full hard shot just to start a mode. Like you can do things like just float it in there. You can also get a bank that goes in there. You can get a sweep off the drop targets and roll in there. Like there's so many different ways to start it, and it lets you combo things. And one of my biggest things with the game is I like having wide play. I like that. I like a lot of things I can work on at once and do things at the same time and stack up combos and things. That's satisfying in a game, especially like when you start to learn the rules of the game and you can be like, okay, from a strategy perspective, I'm gonna do this and this and this and this, and it never works out, but you've got an idea in your head of what you want to do, and that's fun. Fuck, so close. Game of Thrones, that's what I really liked about that game. Lots of strategy in it. New code's good. I wish I still had mine when the new code came out. I'm really off on my aim today for sweeping those targets. There it is. Alright, let's see if I can do the sweep into the underworld there. No. I cannot. I'll get it, don't worry. Nope. This close. This close. But that shot, man. Oh, I love the sweep into the battle. That's so satisfying. Like that. Oh, you couldn't ask for better. Unless I would have gotten down the in lane and gotten the super skill shot, but whatever. I'm not gonna talk about that. I find those ones are incredibly hard to save on this game too. Like, I usually set up my out lanes pretty much either standard or difficult. I have my right out lane set up like very difficult and the left out lane medium. And with the left out lane at mediums, you'll get certain drains like that where I know I can't save it. The best I can do is kind of smash it in so it slows it down or rattles it there. But to actually get it out of there, I have to do like that level of like a slam tilt, which I'm usually not ready for. I think that's one of the things that I find most fascinating about different games is how different identical looking outlanes can feel. Like in terms of what you're able to save, what you're able to, you know, how it drains due to the geometry of the shots and stuff. Always blows my mind, because it's like, you look at games and almost all of them have similar looking outlanes, but what's happening up top completely changes how those outlanes are affected and stuff. It's great. And I will say that there's a lot of games where I'm like, these outlanes are bullshit. They just slapped on these outlanes. They should have adjusted them differently because they're bullshit. The other thing too is with Maiden, a poorly set up auto plunge really affects the multi-ball as well. And almost all of the ones I've played that aren't my own or someone else's like LE or something like that, they're almost always set up wrong. And it's a pretty easy adjustment. It's just a small little side-to-side thing, but really drastically changes the game when you're getting one ball much further ahead of the others. Did I get that super? No, I did not. All right. Oh, wow, I was so close. Come on. Oh, it's teasing me.
Double jackpot.
Wasn't ready for that one. No! No! It's pretty decent Trooper multi-ball, but would have been a heck of a lot better if I got the super and collected the Yeti.
The underworld. Flight of Icarus.
Whoa. Can't believe I didn't tilt out there.
You don't have much time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I thought that one was for sure going. Close. Oh, oh, oh! It's really hard. That's the other thing too, is when you get really used to nudging a lot, it's hard not to do it. And I'm really, really aggressive with my nudges and tilts. I've never really been good at doing like slap saves. I'm starting to practice it a bit more, but I usually just move the game. You know, it's like I can do a slap save effectively without actually taking my hand off of the flipper buttons. Plus it's like a little workout, you know? Work on them pipes.
Select your song.
My mind was blank. I needed time to think, to get the memories from my mind. What did I see?
Come on, come on. Not today.
Saw that night was real, not just fantasy.
Spell Eddie to light battle.
Yeah. Oh, love that feeling. When you get good flow going on this game, it's just so good.
Super spinners.
Sweet. Lock is lit. Shoot the orbits. It's opening. Shoot the tomb.
You don't have much time.
I want to just knock out a ton of the ramps early on. Those are always my last ones to hit. Don't panic. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I decided I needed a little bit of a change of pace. What do I need? A couple more ramps. Let's do the ramps now. I could start the trooper stuff, but I don't really. It's not hard to get into troopers, so let's do the stuff that's difficult. Or you know what? I'll just let's go for trooper, right? I meant to shoot for that. But yeah, with Streamlabs, there's so many options for backgrounds and themes and stuff, and I haven't really gotten a whole lot. I haven't gotten super crazy with a lot of the integration stuff. I mean, yours is like awesome. Your stream is awesome. Anybody who's not following Don't Panic Flip, go follow him right now. He's awesome. Yeah, the intro things and stuff, like all that integration stuff, it's cool. I don't feel like I need it necessarily, but one day I'll do it when I'm not so lazy. Come on with those ramps. Give me the ramps. The number of the beast. You know, the only bad thing I can say about George is that he he rethemed his Maiden to a cake machine, and then what was the other one you did? You did something else. I like cake though. Getting good progress on these ramps. So good. Another thing I like about Maiden is clunking around up in that top section. It's satisfying to try and hit those mummy shots without doing direct shots, and I always go for it. I always do. You gotta. Oh, get in there. So close. Oh, it's right there now. Come on.
The underworld.
Britney Spears on Metallica. That's good. Just could not regain control there.
I actually believed you were a threat.
So I need orbits. That's the only thing I'm like not very close on. Everything else I think I'm just gonna pick up through normal play here. You can. normally I'd be shooting those ramps like crazy, but I really care a lot more about that extra ball, which I think I got it. Yeah. What? It gave me that extra ball thing again that happened earlier, where I was in Mummy multi-ball and I got an add a ball. I like that. I want to figure out what's causing that. I mean, it's either it's probably that switch auto-activating up there, or maybe the orb shot. I don't know. What do I have left here? I wish it would show me right now. Three ramps, 10 orbits. All right, let's knock those out and try to get Cyborg going. Nope, not like that. Nope. Nope. Come on. Also, the reason I sometimes will try to keep the ball moving is I find sometimes making things like the ramp shots on this game, I actually have an easier time doing it with the ball moving than I do off of a trap. Obviously it doesn't always work, but hello. 2 ramps, 8 orbits. Let's get those ramps out of the way. Yeah. Let's get into the underworld. Oh.
Open the tomb.
That's the last of my ramps that I need. Oh boy. No.
You don't
5
have
orbits.
much time.
Wouldn't actually be too bad to get myself into another trooper multi-ball if possible. 3 orbits. Oh, come on. I do not need a custom intro song. I actually made my own intro song. I haven't ever streamed myself doing it, but I have a very big synthesizer studio. So I made mine on my modular synth. Maybe one of these days I'll do a modular Monday. That'd be kind of fun. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, I always drain out when I've got like 2 or 3 shots left. It happens every time. But yeah, I make music just as a hobby. Here, I'll give you a quick taste. Give me 1 second. Anyway, so yeah, that's the intro riff anyways. What kind of synths? I've got a bunch of them. I really like Dave Smith stuff. Got an OB6, a Prophet 6, Pro 2, Prophet 12. I also have a Moto Modulus 002. I have a what else do I have? Waldorf Quantum. I have a well, I've got a Moog Odyssey, or not a Moog Odyssey. I have an Odyssey, but I also have a Moog Voyager, and got all kinds of stuff. I got my modular synth is like literally as big as like 3 pinball machines. It's huge. It's tons of modules. That one I built up over time, and yeah, I don't know. I've been selling off all my old guitar stuff. I got into bass as my first instrument, and then from that I went into guitar, and then from that I started realizing that the older I get, the harder it is to not just find people to jam with, but to organize that kind of stuff. It's a lot of work, and you're relying on a lot of people, and you got to go places, and like lots of people are
Mystery level 2.
you know, if they're in a band, they want to play shows, and I don't really care about playing shows. I just want to make music, and so I realized that with synthesizers and sequencers and drum machines and that kind of stuff, I can just basically do it all myself. It's kind of nice to not really rely on anybody, as well as be able to take a singular vision from start to finish. I think that's a satisfying thing. I mean, I compare being in a band to playing one ball of a 3-ball game of pinball, and being in like an electronic musician or somebody who works in a DAW, does stuff yourself. I generally consider that to be more like playing a full game of pinball. And you can be good at playing ball 1. You know, in a band it's about working together. You play ball 1, you play ball 2, you play ball 3, or split flipper or whatever. And as a group, you put up a good game. But when you're doing it solo, you know, same thing. You still got to be a good player. You just maybe got to be good in a few different ways. I don't know. It's kind of a bit of a stretch of an analogy, but yeah, I'm definitely all set. I like doing it. It's not something that I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to put out an album and blah blah blah, and like, I don't know. I've got a bunch of stuff recorded, but I'm not necessarily trying to get people to listen to it. I make it for myself. I mean, I'm never gonna make music. I'm never gonna make money in making music. So if I'm not doing it for myself to be happy, there's not much point in doing it. I have a feeling my dog's up to no good right now. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm kind of worried. He's an old dog, and I'm kind of worried he might have pooped somewhere and he's hiding. He's done it on stream, so it's definitely possible. After this ball, I'm just gonna go see what he's up to. Oh yeah, I've done some drumming. Drumming's fun. I like all instruments. So this is like the nerdiest thing ever, and most people have no idea what this is. But I've got a hurdy-gurdy that I custom ordered like years ago, finally shipping to me, and it'll be here on Wednesday. And I am very excited to make pirate music. Okay, I'll be right back. Great news, everybody! My dog didn't poop on the floor. Yeah. He's also, by the way, if so I ran an ad break during that because I've been trying to figure out whether or not it actually works for people. Twitch added this thing a while ago where affiliate can actually run ads and get some revenue from them. It's like nothing, it's like $0.25 per ad per person, nothing. But the last time I ran it, it didn't run, which is bizarre. Like, some people say it works and some people doesn't, and I think it might have something to do with like whether or not you're a subscriber or a follower. I don't know. It's really bizarre. Twitch needs to make things like that a lot more clear, because it's really not. You're just like, all right, run an ad, and some people are like, I'm not getting an ad. And I don't know if ad blockers block that stuff, because I have ad blockers and it doesn't block stuff on Twitch. Do I want to sell clips of my already done stuff on my site? Blah blah blah. Some does it. 30-second clip. I mean, I can make a bunch of 30-second clips if you want. Yeah, I mean, I post everything royalty free. If I post something, I post it royalty free. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because, like, it sometimes runs. I just do it when I have my Be Right Back thing up anyways. Also, my Be Right Back stream, if you did hear the music in it, that's Laserhawk. He's awesome. And he's also a Pinsider. He's into pinball. That's pretty cool. So it's pretty awesome when I did my Judge Dredd re-theme and used some Laserhawk stuff. And then I showed it to him and he was like, cool. And that's awesome. Laserhawk's awesome. I love Outrun music. I don't make Outrun music, but I love it. Most of what I make is like chill down tempo stuff, but like I've been going through a phase where I've been making like acid music, like 90s acid house music, and it's been really fun. Yo, can I get that filter sweep? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I want to focus on not sucking. I do want to go for ramps again. No, that's fun. I like getting a good chunk of ramps right off the beginning. No. So what exactly is it that you sell the 30-second clips for? Is it specifically for pinball related stuff? Is it like a generic royalty free usage loops? I actually knew a guy years ago that did jingles. That's how he made money off of jingles. So he'd for local car sales places and just radio ads in general, he would make jingles, and the radio stations themselves would sometimes buy that stuff because they often make the ads themselves, and then whoever's advertising it'll pay for them to do that. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a strange world that I don't have a whole lot of insight into, but it's neat. I can't imagine making jingles for a living. It'd be tough to not lose your mind. Cool. Yeah, if you want to DM me the link for it, that'd be cool. And you know what? If you want to plug it in here, go for it. Go ahead and post the link. I don't like people posting links for things if it's go check out my blah blah blah. But if people are willing to come out and hang out, chat, that kind of stuff, I don't really care. You know, it's hard enough to make a living off of anything, but to do it off something you like doing, I'll always commend people for that. Pinball Medic, thank you for the follow. Clipdad.com. Check out clipdad.com because you need more 30-second samples in your life. And you don't know how to make them. And I do. I also would recommend that everybody take the time to learn an instrument, to make some music, and to not do it because you want to be in a band or you want to whatever. I mean, that's a valid reason to do it. But do it because learning an instrument is a rewarding experience, and making music is a rewarding experience, and you should do it. That's your tip of the day. You hear that? He's got free clips. He's got a free section. Go check it out. It's free. It's free real estate. I will say that for me personally, making a song with a verse, chorus, verse, blah, 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 I can do that. But I don't do it anymore, and I haven't done it for so long that it's actually gotten difficult for me to do traditional songs. I just like get an idea in my head, and I'm like, okay, that's the one idea. And so it's like, I've almost drifted into making like film score style music, simply because I only need to come up with one idea at a time, and I often have a hard time staying focused on one whole song with multiple parts. Whereas if it's got one part, it's a little bit easier to just stick to that thing. Yeah, let's get some ramps. I haven't really been focusing on ramps on this one, and I kind of need to in this mode, so let's do that. Yeah, see here, it kicked out a ball for me. I shouldn't have an extra ball right now. I want to see if this ends my mummy multi-ball when this next one drains. It did. So it's that mummy multi-ball. It's a switch in the damn sarcophagus. It's the damn sarcophagus. Well, let's drain that out. I'm not supposed to have two balls. I'm not supposed to have two balls. Come on. Wrap it up.
Watch out!
I will watch out. Forgot to put this key back in here. Pinball Medic. I think I bought some from you. I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been some stuff for my Flash Gordon when I had that.
Give me the sense of wonder.
Was it everything you hoped it to be, Clipdad? I think the idea of Bruce Dickinson ordering a latte, but like in full like in full singing mode is amazing.
I'll get a non-fat vanilla latte with soy milk, please.
You're from Austria and work in the Terra Technica Museum. Okay, so I didn't order anything from you. Slingshots, thank you for the host.
And if you could throw in a scone on the side, that would be fine.
Shit. Wow, what a dick. He was just like, he just went in there to check if there was any reviews of their last show, and he was like,
This is bullshit. I'm out of here. Clean up the damn mess.
everything's just done to the tune of that.
Under glass.
That's so stupid. Alright, I'm gonna get that skill shot. Usually I can't call him like that.
Tell Mummy to open the tomb.
Shoot the left ram.
Damn it. That left outlet. You know what's funny is the left out lane's so nasty most of the time, but you can't get it in there when you're actually trying to. Nope. That should have been a freaking super skill shot. That should have been a super duper perfect skill shot. Okay, so I don't think it's actually supposed to be in the sarcophagus right now. I think this is the problem. Is it? Maybe it is. But it's like not... Oh, I feel like as soon as I get Mummy Multi-Ball, it's gonna be messed up again. I wonder if maybe what's happening is... So, okay, so this sarcophagus lock back here, the way it works is it's like you shoot a ball up the ramp, the diverter is up during that phase, the ball goes in and it drops into the thing, and so it's like sitting at the bottom here. And there's a switch here and a switch here, so it detects it rolling in and it's like, yes, there's a ball in here. And what's supposed to happen is when you start Mummy Multi-Ball, you hit that and you actually physically knock it out and it detects because both switches register. But if it doesn't kick out, it's supposed to tip down and put that ball into play. But what's happening is it's kicking a ball out over here in my shooter lane and not knocking that one out right away. So it's like both switches aren't detecting back there. I don't know. But it is detecting. Clearly is detecting. It's messed up, yo. Messed up. Alright. So here, it shouldn't be kicking out. Oh yeah, it is. So it's registered there, fine. I need to get that right ramp so I can get the add-a ball. Yeah. I'm gonna try to bring that down. Oh, that's so hard. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, but it properly registered there. I don't know. Something's going on with the sarcophagus. It's definitely got to be sarcophagus related. I gotta change those switches to roller switches. Probably fix all my problems.
the ancient mariner.
No, I said shoot the bird. Level 1.
Oh. Need to try and get that orb shot on the left side there. Get my Add-a-ball. Was close there.
Complete starboard shots to light jackpot.
There we go. Finally.
Giving up on
Oh, did it not register? That sucks.
complete portside shots to light.
Because I have to blame the game. I can't blame myself, Evan.
Great shot.
Oh no! Yeah, I don't know why it drained like that. I think the game's like messed up or something. It's like, I don't know, like I think like it's in state of disrepair at this current point. Cause it's like both balls went down, like that's stupid. Hey Orson. I thought you were up to no good, but you were just sleeping. Really? I guess that was a pretty decent one. What was my score? 45 million. That's not bad. Hey, bud. Come here. Whoa. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Oh. It's a good thing he lost weight. There was a while he was like 95 pounds. He's so fat. So fat. Hey, remember that? Remember when you were a fat boy?
Select your song.
I believe in myself. Oh, it was so close. It was so close.
Let's go.
Yo, that's a good tip. I should probably try that out. And like, I don't know why, like, what's the point in playing with the glass on, right? Like, you can't touch anything and help the ball out. Like, I gotta rely on these things to keep the ball from going down. It just seems silly, you know? Take the glass off, and then you can just hit whatever you want.
Eddie to light battle.
What's up, dude? Whenever I play Astronaut at Pinball League, I like to play backwards. At least one game a night you play backwards. It's such a slot machine game. I feel like you can play blind. Like, damn it. It's hard on this game. There's too much going on. The tomb is opening. Okay. So being that the sarcophagus was up, and then the ball went in, and then it tipped down, I think the front switch is registering fine. I think it's the back switch that's actually the issue.
Flight of Icarus.
Lock is lit.
Shoot the orbits. Ball one locked. Spinners completed.
You don't have much time.
5, 4, 3, to your right.
Okay, I think I know what's happening here. So right now, when I hit that last mummy shot, the ball rolled up to the back of it, which is actually just past the switch, I think. I'm gonna see if when I hit it, if it messes up. It straight up did, so that's why.
Mystery level 1. Mystery level 2.
Okay, I wonder if now... it's still adding a fourth ball when it should only have 3 in play. So it's gonna drain me out here, watch. Yeah. Stupid. Yeah, it's definitely that back switch that's the issue. Really like to get to Cyborg and 2 minutes to midnight. Having a good old-fashioned struggle on those. Alright.
The Hangman is eager to meet you.
I'm gonna put on 2 minutes to midnight because I believe we're getting to it. I believe we're gonna get to it. This is the... Don't worry about that. That's just... We're getting that drain out of the system now, you know?
Huh.
Summon Eddie to light battle. Mystery level 1.
Ride of the ancient mariner.
See if I can beat that last ancient mariner. Nope. Nope, definitely not. Definitely can't do that. Nope. Midnight. That right ramp, man. I think the left one's actually probably easier. Didn't register one of my locks. Shit. Oh, it gave me it back.
Mystery level 1. Maiden jackpot!
One last jackpot.
Hard rate locked.
There's one ball stuck at the back right now. There it is.
Super jackpot!
Well, that was a bad trooper multi-ball. Real bad. I'd like to get that extra ball. Nice. Did that give me a revive there? Oh man, I hate that. When games do like, I know it's for the light show, but they flash things. And I'm like, I'm going over revive as it's flashing. You should give me a revive, but it doesn't. Ever.
Shoot again.
Okay. Nope.
Activated.
Man. Okay. Thank you, game. Thank you. One of these days I'm gonna hit that ramp and then, oh boy, look out. Eight ramps, 3 orbits. Come on, baby. I was definitely behind on my reaction for that. I could have saved that so easily. Ah, that sucks. Alright, one more ball and a pretty decent amount to do. Wow, 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 wow. I've played pinball before. Yep. It may shock you, but it's true. I need more coffee. More coffee.
For more.
Nope.
Eddie to Maiden. Mystery level 2.
My reaction time is on a downward trend. Holy shit. I don't know. I think the game just wants me to do it all on ball 3, so that's what I'm gonna do. I find if you can get the ramp shots early on in Aces High, it makes the whole mode a lot easier to progress through. Ah, fuck. Come on. Voice of Silk, thank you and welcome. Okay, so let's try to transfer that over to another flipper. No, ah. Trying to split the balls like that,
Has come.
it usually seems like when it works, it's by a fluke. On some games, excuse me. On some games, it's a lot easier to get that split that way. But on this one, I find on the right flipper, man, it is tough to separate those two balls. 1 second. Go coffee maker. Oh, no dice.
Shoot white arrows to summon Eddie.
Music to my
Oh.
pointed ear.
Nothing I can do about that. Nothing. Nothing at all. Come on. Come on. Nope. Nope. Yeah? Nope.
Spell mummy to open the tomb.
Oh my god, Wes!
The tomb.
Yeah. You gotta have caffeine when playing Maiden. But if you ask Telemnar, he'll say you gotta have caffeine, and then he'll just stop there, and he'll stare blankly at you. I think the Stern Direct video kit will be coming out probably when they decide to pull their heads out of their asses and stop using LVDI and start using HDMI. You know, it's not like we're not living in fucking 2020. Yo, Stern, proprietary video connections. They suck. They've always sucked. They still suck. Stop using them. In the meantime, you can go to AliExpress and you can get yourself all the things you need. And you can, I don't think it's super difficult. It's just kind of finicky. If you do a quick little Google search for Buffalo Pinball Direct Video, I think it'll come up. But Kevin with Buffalo Pinball did a little guide for it. It tells you exactly what you need to order, how to install it. It's pretty straightforward. Wait, did I actually collect that Eddie? I didn't think I was going to, but I did. But let me show you here. Okay, so this is an LVDI connector. It stands for Lazy Video Dicks Insider. I don't know. It's terrible. It's a video format that uses pins and it sucks. You're gonna buy one of these boards, and what it's gonna do is let you take the video that's going out of the CPU board into the display on your machine, and you're gonna connect that into one of these LVDS. So low quality video directly sucks, I think is what it stands for. Anyways, you're gonna connect one of these in, and you're gonna route that back over onto the CPU board, and then one of these is gonna connect to the video, and then on the other side of it, it has an HDMI output. So you're gonna run a male to female HDMI cable out of your machine, and then you connect that into your HDMI cable that's running to your video capture software. Honestly, I don't know what it stands for, but it's some kind of video something. Either way, it sucks, and the fact that Stern chose to use it is stupid. It's stupid. It's so dumb. Oh, and you'll need a bunch of these little standoffs to just mount the board up there. So part of what makes it kind of finicky is that the cables from AliExpress don't have clips on them, so they don't clamp into the actual connector, so they can wiggle loose a little bit. So on my Black Knight, I had to like tape it in, but on Maiden, it seemed to just kind of hold itself. So, you know, if I lost video at some point, that would be why. To make it more portable, I mean, you could install an actual jack on your machine and just plug into the machine. I don't know. That would be an option, I guess. I mean, at the end of the day, pinball machines aren't portable. So like, what aspect of it do you want to be portable? Like, you're only gonna really put it on a new Stern game, and you're only really gonna do it on a game that's not moving anywhere. Like, it has its limitations and stuff. Oh, shit. Shit! So for streaming other people's games, I don't know. I mean, you want to basically make it like a sort of pseudo-permanent solution in their game, but your friends aren't going to want to do that. What I will say is to order all that stuff from AliExpress is relatively cheap. Like, in the grand scheme of pinball machines, you can buy a bunch of those boards and cables for cheap. Like, I think I paid like $100 for 4 boards, 4 cables, and a bag of standoffs. So I'm gonna refill my coffee. I'll be right back. Been doing TNA. Yeah, I haven't. TNA is probably the next thing I'm gonna stream, and that's easy to do. So. Oh, mama, fresh caffeine.
Select your soundtrack.
Shoot the sarcophagus to open Pharaoh's tomb.
Playing a dangerous game here, you know? Trying to get them ramps.
Ready to light battle.
Get the... Yeah, so I mean, Stern, like, people have been talking about how, like, on TMNT, there's the rumor that Stern will, oh shit, come on, nice. Couldn't have got that revive at a better time. That it'll be their first game that's gonna have, like, wireless internet connectivity or something like that. So people are, like, already running the gamut of, like, oh, it's gonna be, like, online scores and blah, blah, blah. And the reality of it is it's gonna be like Wi-Fi for code updates. That's pretty much what it's gonna look like. And people are gonna be disappointed, but at least it opens the door that once that's there, you can start looking at other things. However, I think it's gonna be quite a while before we see anything directly from Stern regarding proper internet connectivity features, because there's a lot of hurdles to go over that with, like, high scores online and shit like that. But I do think that things like direct video and audio out are probably something that we'll see in the not so distant future. I mean, Stern already offers headphone kits. It's not out of line to think that maybe these things will start seeping into things like the premiums and LEs will come with a headphone jack. I don't know, maybe, but I think sales would have to drop before Stern would really care about doing stuff like that. So, kind of tough to say. Stern's in the business of making money, not pinball machines.
You have this one.
That being said, Maiden is so fucking good. Oh, I love this game.
Mystery level 1.
I am not having luck with ramp shots today. I mean, I still don't have any interest in music pins. I think they're kind of weak themes most of the time, but I'm also of the opinion that Metallica's a good game, Maiden's a good game, GNR's probably going to be a good game, AC/DC's not a good game, it's a terrible game, I hate it. But like in general, like their music pins have been pretty good. Man, I really hate AC/DC. That pinball machine sucks so bad. It's so bad. I know there's people who are fans of it, and I get why they're fans of it, but it's terrible.
That's got a sting.
Yeah. I mean, for somebody who's like, I'm a big music person. I love music. I mean, just to the right of my pinball machines is like a huge rack of vinyl. I love music, and I just think that it's stupid to say, oh, we'll make a pinball machine of something like AC/DC, where like the theme sucks. Like it's okay to use AC/DC's music and say like, hey, we're gonna license you AC/DC for this game. Do you guys want that? We'll give you a bunch of money. And do you think AC/DC's gonna be like, oh no, we don't want any money? Fuck off. They did the soundtrack for Maximum Overdrive. Are you kidding me? They love money. And if you think like they're like the only kind of band that's like that, like there's a lot of bands that are like, yeah, you want to give us money, you can use our thing as long as it's not for like a KKK themed pinball machine. So I feel like it's stupid. Pick a cool theme, do something interesting with it, and then use a band's music if you want, or get them to make a unique soundtrack for it. You know, like Maiden works because the entire concept of like the eddies is like that's a pretty cool thing. It works for a theme. But like a game like AC/DC, it's just a bunch of disjointed songs that don't have a theme. You know. Yeah, and I think you get a good designer and a good coder on a game, like somebody who's you could take the shittiest game in terms of like a shot map, and it can be fixed with code. And you can take a great shot map and it can suck with bad code. And you know, to get both right out the gate is very, very rare on a lot of modern games. And then on top of that, you've got the theme itself, integration of that theme into the game, sound, music, all that stuff. It's tough to get everything right, and you're not gonna please everybody. I don't know very many people that like don't like Maiden, and generally speaking, when they don't like Maiden, like the game, it's because they think it's hard, and it's because they've only ever played one on location that's set up really hard. But I think like in a home environment, any game can shine because you can set it up fair, you know? Like I set my games up difficult in terms of like the tilt sensitivity and stuff and how steep I make them. But I'm not gonna like the game's not playing fair and I'm always getting a drain in a certain spot, I'm gonna adjust it accordingly. You don't get that on location. Nope. Not today, Grandma. I don't know. I'm always a proponent of more original themes coming out, but at the same time, there's a lot of great properties that haven't been used. You know, take a look at like comic books, for example. Like, yeah, you see like Iron Man and all that stuff. Those are movie pins. Those aren't comic book pins. Like, as far as I know, the only truly comic book pin, like based 100% off a comic book, is Judge Dredd, which is awesome. It's such a good game. But like, you're not gonna see a lot of based solely on a comic book themes come out. Deadpool's a comic book, but it only came out because of the movie. And they didn't really base it on the comic books. They just based it on just like an original idea. I would consider Deadpool more of an original theme than like an adaptation. Specifically because of that, like. And Deadpool's fun. I like that game.
Mystery level 1.
Oof. Oof. Like, there's a big difference between using comic-style artwork. Like, you could argue that the new Star Wars, or not the Star Wars pin, their new version with the comic book artwork, is a comic book pin. But it's not really. I mean, there are Star Wars comic books, and they do have artwork like that. But that doesn't mean that that game is based on that. And, like, there is some, like, sort of unique criteria to that, but, like, the one thing that comic books have in common is they have stories, you know? And I feel like that's the appeal of using something like a comic book. You've got a visual thing going on, you've got stories, so you can get your theme integration based off of that. So they're a great fit in that regard. They just don't have sound, right? Well, you're making unique sound anyways. You made it for something like this. Why can't you make it for, a Hellblazer pin or a Sandman pin or, if you want to stick to superheroes, there's a million of them. You know, you don't have to do something that's, a major property at that time. It's like, look at Superman. Hasn't been a Superman movie in a bunch of years now. Not including like Justice League where it's a collaboration thing, but like the last like Superman movie was like quite a few years back now already. And the last Superman pinball machine was like what? Like 1971 or some shit like that? Make a Superman pin and don't base it off of Henry Cavill and his Superman. Make a Superman pin that's just a Superman pin. You have like a century worth of like material to pick from. It shouldn't be hard to come up with theme integration. Everybody has an idea in their head of what Superman should sound like. Like there's a lot of things that like they're licensed themes, but they're still a lot more interesting than a movie theme or a music theme. I don't know. I mean, obviously it's just my opinion, but like there's a lot of things that they could do with pinball in terms of theme that they don't. And it's kind of a shame. Whew. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't read Deadpool, but I'm pretty sure that like the things that he fights, like. I don't know. Is there a moment in Deadpool comics where he fights a megalodon? Like he goes back in time? It's a mix of things from the movie. Like the whole like chimichangas thing. I don't know if that's even in the comic books or if that's just movies or whatever. But There's also, I do know with Deadpool, there's different iterations of him. It depends who's writing him, right? So, you know, you have to find a cohesive place within a theme to work from, and that's fine. They're obviously going to work from what worked well for the movie. But that may not be the best idea for all pins. Like, look at X-Men, for example. There's a lot of really iconic X-Men stories and really crazy things that happen and stuff. Yet, they're not going to integrate those because they're not familiar with them. Like, if you watch movie X-Men, you kind of get the feeling that like Cyborg is, or not Cyborg, what's his name? Scott Summers, Cyclops. You kind of get the feeling that Cyclops is kind of like a, I don't know, like not a very good leader. And there's stuff in the comics that makes that a bit more clear. And one of the easiest ways to do that is there's a moment in X-Men, I can't remember, maybe Ultimate X-Men or something like that, where there's a bunch of like Sentinels on the lawn of like the mansion, and Cyclops or Scott tells everybody to like cover their eyes and whatever, and he takes his glasses off, and the next panel is just like a big panel of red, and then it comes to the panel after that, and everything is burnt and destroyed, and it follows with Wolverine saying, "Sometimes I forget why you're the leader of the X-Men," and that's why, because he's a fucking bomb. He's like a good leader, but he's also just like this super powerful guy. And you can put stuff like that into a pinball machine. It's simple, you know? Like, the problem that adaptations in pins often have is they try to go for the complex shit when you don't need to, you know? Go for the things that give you a story that's simple and straightforward, and you'll end up with a pretty cool outcome because, you know, that's what the people who actually care about the comic or the movie are, you know, fans of. They're not a fan of the story. They might be, but like, that's not what drew them to it. Nobody watched Watchmen because they wanted to see, I don't know where I'm going with that, but like, the point is, there's a lot of cool themes and a lot of cool stuff that they could do, but they don't because music pins sell well, because the people who buy pins are generally speaking 40-something, male, and have a reasonably disposable income, and they like the things that they grew up with. So pick the things they grew up with, pick the things they liked when they were younger, pick the dream themes for that generation, and it's easier to sell those things. But that doesn't mean that somebody who's 40 is not going to be a fan of a cool theme. Like, if you try to make something like a Vertigo pin family friendly, it's gonna suck. That's why things like the Constantine movie with Keanu Reeves isn't as good as it could be. I mean, there's a lot of problems with that movie, but like, part of that character is he's a piece of shit. You know, that's why people read it. They want to read the exploits of a piece of shit who uses everyone around him and still comes out on top, and you're like, you're happy he won, but you're also like, what a piece of shit. And that's what makes that character compelling, you know? But yeah, by making certain things family friendly, you kind of handicap yourself on being able to use some interesting stories and stuff. Woo! So close. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no! What did I get? 3 letters. That's actually not bad. Mummy Multi-Ball is like, oh my god, it is so hard. It is so hard. Alright, so I have three ramps and 1 orbit to go. I had pretty good progress on the ball. I should rant about things more often because I do better when I'm not focusing on playing it. I'm just going with muscle memory. We're doing 2 minutes to midnight because we're going into it. Hopefully. Three ramps left. Let's knock those out too. Nope. Not today, Grandma. Not today. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Oh, there it is. Come on. Come on. Yeah. 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 Oh, yes. Hell yeah. Okay, so Cyborg Multi-Ball, I want to be hitting every single shot in the game. Basically. I've got pops left to do. Man, I'm right there. Come on. And there's my orb. Just gotta hit that. Come on. There it is. Now I can't remember this. I don't remember what my collect for that cyborg actually is. For the actual cyborg itself. I want to say I collect a couple of those super jackpots or whatever. That's 3 of them. Oh, he did collect him. I wasn't paying attention. He's the middle, not the right side. So I have 2 more modes to go for 2 minutes to midnight. I like me some Rime of the Ancient Mariner. I actually kind of want to be out of that anyways. I want to get this next mode done. I mean, my mummy's just about there. Let's try to get into that. Maybe collect our mummy. Maybe actually get there. I mean, I only have 2 mummy letters to collect, so if I have an okay mummy multi-ball, I'm actually, like, probably going to be able to collect it. Which means I just need to get 2 minutes to midnight and a mummy multi-ball, and I may actually be able to do what I haven't been able to do. And hopefully not get the mummy multi-ball issue. I thought it was staying in, but it wasn't. Right there, so close. So close. Well, That's a damn good ball. Wow. Damn good set of balls. Ball 2 was where I did most of everything.
Not that.
Still not that high, but that was a pretty good one. Alright, well, I think that's about as good a place as I could finish as any. I'd like to thank everybody for the follows today. Got a bunch of you guys. Buffalo Pinball, thank you for the cheer. Love it. And mentioned Kevin's guide earlier for the direct audio video capture. Man, gotta say thanks again. So good, so good. It's a nice, super quick, simple guide. Very helpful. And I hope more people get into doing direct audio video capture. It's not really that difficult to set up. It's just a pain in the ass. But once you do it, it's okay. All right, thank you everybody for the follows today. And I think maybe we'll tune in. Maybe we'll tune in. I'm not sick anymore, so that's a good thing. Hopefully I won't be sick anymore for quite a while. I usually don't get sick, and then when I get sick, it's just like and just smashed in the face with sickness. But yeah, feeling better now, so I'll probably do some TNA. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Sometime this week. But yeah, that was good. I was so close. This is part of what I love about Maiden, is that you can get very, very close to finishing things, and it feels good to actually get close to things and see your progress. A lot of games, it's either you do it or you don't do it, and you don't know how close or far you are from things. In this game, it's pretty straightforward. Like, I had to get into Mummy Multi-Ball, get 2 more shots. Well, not 2 more shots, but 2 ramps, and then a shot, and then 2 ramps, and then I would have had Mummy collected. Well, I think I had to do a ramp after that. I can never remember. But either way, I was close on Mummy, and 2 minutes to midnight, just needed to get into another mode, and, you know, in that mode, just enter it, and then when I come out of it, shoot a center shot, I'm in 2 minutes to midnight. Yeah, so it's like, it's good to feel like you're actually progressing in post on things. It's part of what, for me, makes this like a top 10 of all-time pinball machine. It's so good, it's so fun, it's wide, it's not super deep, but it's deep enough. You know, if you're a good enough player that you're every single game or most games getting to, like, you know, all of these things, good for you. Go play Hobbit. You know, like, there's games with deep code, and it doesn't need to be all games. This is a great game, and it's great for beginners, it's great for pros, it's great for everybody. And, you know, even if you don't like Iron Maiden as a band, you gotta respect that this is a dope pin. And theme integration, fantastic. So, anyway, thank you guys. I will see you guys later.